I wanted to make this video to share with you guys how Neville Goddard actually meant us to do the state akin to sleep technique. Because I've seen some YouTubers talk about this topic and they are missing a crucial point. Also looking into the comment section, many people struggle with falling asleep while using Neville's technique. And I do think this is because they are missing this last step. And I want to explain to you it really step by step on how the SATS technique works. Before I get into it, I just want to quickly share with you my story and how I did it for the first time. So it was around 2 years ago, and I read about it on that same day. And I read about the ladder technique. So what I did is I have used a golf ball. Because for me, I haven't touched a golf ball within the last 5 years. I don't have any connection with a golf whatsoever. So this was kind of a test for me. And I used the technique as it was explained in his book. So the very next day, I found the golf ball, which was for me the craziest thing ever. And this is the exact golf ball that I found. And this is the only golf ball that I have actually. So for me this was crazy. And after that I managed to manifest more and more things with this technique. And Neville even mentioned at the end of his career that the SATS technique is the only technique you need to manifest. Everything else is just you being in the present moment and you giving your subconscious mind the space that it needs for it to find the manifestation. So let's get into it. The first step is you wanna be ready to fall asleep. I've seen someone talk about you can use the SATS technique in the shower. Forget about it. You want to sleep at least 6 to 8 hours right after this meditation. This is the only way that you plant the seed into your subconscious mind. And that's what we want to achieve. We want to achieve this drowsy state where we are not really awake and not really sleeping, and then going with this wish fulfilled into sleep and immediately going into a subconscious mind. So brush your teeth, wear your pyjama, close your phone, whatever it is, and lay in a way that you don't fall asleep very quickly. So if you usually lay on your stomach, you want to lay on your back. So you lay on your back, you take 5 to 10 breathings just to center yourself. I like to do it, you don't necessarily have to do it. And that was step number 1. So step number 2 is you now want to visualize yourself a scene which is 5 seconds, 10 seconds that your wish is fulfilled. And it doesn't have to be 1 minute, 2 minutes, really 5 to 10 seconds is enough. I did it first time with the golf ball, and the only scene that I had was me throwing this golf ball from left to right. I looked into my hands, I saw the golf ball throwing from left to right. And if you imagine a 2-minute scene with people being in that scene, it's so difficult for you to get into this visualization process. But you just looking down and throwing a golf ball from left to right, it's much easier. So let me give you an example. Let's say you want a new job. What you want to do is you want to look down, you are sitting on your bed or you're sitting on your chair, and then you see your hands. Now you grab a paper, which is your work contract. You look at it. You see the paper, you feel the paper in your hand, you really feel the paper. And then you read it. You read work contract. You read your name. You read the salary, whatever it is you want to have in this work contract. And then you put it down again. And then you grab it again. You feel the paper and you read it. What you can also do is you can walk from left to right in your room. In your visualization process, you feel your foot touching the ground, you feel the paper, and that's very important to immerse as many senses as you can in this visualization process. What you even can do is you can smell it. You can smell the paper, or smell the room that you are in. And you do this 5 to second scene for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, as long as it takes you to feel it to be true. You want to be in this alternative reality, really, in your visualization, in this other reality, and do the scene over and over, over and over, over and over. And this is where the people I've seen in YouTube, they stop. They say you just do this and then you fall asleep with it. And that's why also so many people are struggling with falling asleep, because how do you want to fall asleep when your mind is constantly working? So you do this for 5, 10, 15 minutes, you are in this drowsy state, you are almost ready to fall asleep, but you cannot because your mind is working. And now it's the last step, and this is what everyone is missing, and this is what Neville is talking about as well. You now want to have this feeling in the now moment. You want this to be true in the now moment. So the third step is you go out of your alternative reality in your visualization and you feel it to be true in the now moment. So you don't need to visualize yourself anymore. It's just darkness and you are laying right now in your bed. What you want to do is you want to have the feeling that the work contract is laying right next to you, or it is right in front on the desk, but it's in your room. So if you now would grab your right hand to this contract, you would touch it because it's right next to you. It is right now in your current reality. So you have shifted now from this alternative reality in your visualization to this now moment, and you know, very deep inside, you know that it's right here. It is already done. It is in this exact reality. You have the work contract here, and it's a good feeling. And you have this feeling, it's nice. You are not too happy about it because, you already have it, it's here, it's nice, and you've done it. I hope this is clear. Shifting from this alternative reality in your visualization into the now moment, feeling it to be true. And now you fall asleep with it. You fall asleep with this feeling. And that is actually the SATS technique. And in the next day, you don't have to think about it. In the next day, you only need to be in the present moment. You need to give your subconscious mind space for it to work. And it will find its way. It will lead you to getting this contract. So what can you do? Indulge in some deep work, or do sports, do the hobby that you do, meditate, whatever it is, but try to be in the present moment, and it will find you very quickly. So I hope it makes sense. I hope I was clear. I try to really exercise talking to you, expressing myself, being better and better in making those videos. I've posted some videos the last day. If you want to check them out, check them out. Let me know in the comments if you liked it and what you want to hear. I really enjoy making those videos, being in nature. Alright guys, I think that's it, yeah. As always, take it easy.